Hello and good evening. Kindly confirm you can hear me. I can hear you, Wilson. Good evening.
Okay, yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone else. How are we all doing? I think we can show by reacting and putting a thumbs up that you can hear me and you can hear Wilson, so that we know that we are together. So if you can hear me, oh, thank you, Linda. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. I now can confirm that we are audible enough. It's good to see all of us here, some whom we have met before, some who we are meeting for the very first time, but I'm very sure that this will be the first of many. So welcome for those of us who are with us last week during our first bit of this session. Karibuni sana. For those of us who are joining us for the very first time, also feel you are at a place where you're going to learn. We are here to learn, to sharpen each other, because as an iron sharpens another, so does a friend does to another one. So if you know someone who is on their way here, please let them know that we have already started. Sometimes when we set up meeting for 7:30, people normally ask, is it Kenyan time or Ugandan time or whatever time? So, but we have already started. We are already here. So I just want to welcome welcome all of us. Karibuni sana, and feel you are at a good place where you can be able to learn. Now, this is our meeting. We are not waiting for any other special guest. You are the reason why we are here tonight. And so I want to request that tonight we become active learners. By active learners, I mean when it is time to ask questions, make sure that you have every of your questions answered. And any other contribution that we probably may need or require from you, make sure that you actively participate, because that's how you are going to retain what you are going to learn tonight. And I want to request that we can just type in and tell us, where are you joining us from? I can see some friends from overseas, Maju, wako na sisi hapa. So you can just type in the chat. You tell us where you're joining us from. So my name is John. For those of us who are meeting me for the very first time, my name is John Kamau. I am joining us from Roysambu constituency here in Nairobi. So you can tell us where you're joining us from so that we can recognize you. I see some people who are joining us from someone from Qatar. I saw someone from Minnesota. And so just type in from where you're joining us so that we can be able to acknowledge you and be able to welcome you nicely in this place. So as we continue to settle down, I promise that tonight we are going to have a very good time together. We are going to learn. We have experts here, so we want to make sure that we use their knowledge for our advantage, or to our advantage. For those of us who do not know that we had a session last week, and we are doing an extension, or we just want to enrich us on this topic of earning passive income through investment through different vehicles, and that is our core reason why we are here. But just in case there is a question or a point of clarification around investments, savings, and cash management, please make sure that you ask it. Talking of which, what is the difference between investments, savings, cash management? I know some of us will talk about what do you call them, emergency funds. I think we are here to make sure that we demystify, because sometimes we are doing cash management when we think that we are investing, or we are doing savings when we think that we are investing. And I am very sure that all of us are here because you probably would want to learn something. So the issue of whether or not to save, to invest, or to do cash management may not be the issue. The challenge would be, what are those platforms? Where are those places? What are the options that are available for me to be able to save, for me to be able to invest, for me to be able to manage my cash, for me to be able to run my emergency account, and all of that. And I think that forms the core reason, or the major reason why we are here tonight. As I am waiting for us to be able to mention where we are joining us from, nangojea kuona tukisema where your name and where you're joining, Trying to see whether I can be able to read some of our responses here as they come. Just type in there. I'll be able to read them out. I'll be able to see, so that I know that we are together and it's gonna be sawa sawa kabisa. So as we continue to do that and to set it down, I just wanted to give us two major reasons. There are many reasons why we do we talk about investment, and I'm just going to single out investment. We all know that, or rather, we all have goals. We probably the only thing that would be there is that the goals would be different depending on your capacity, earning capacity, depending also on your goals, financial goals. So for you to be able to achieve your financial goals, be they buying a home, be it buying a car, be it education for your children, be it going for a holiday, be it putting money for retirement, that is a financial goal. And one of the reasons why we usually invest is so that we can be able to attain some of those financial goals that we have. We all know that success is not accidental. It has to be very, very deliberate. It has to be very planned for. And sometimes we want to achieve those financial goals, but sometimes we don't know what are these platforms, where are these places that I can be able to put in my money, or what are some of those vehicles, what are the things that are trending, what is trending, what are those things that are there. And I think tonight we're also going to see how the quest to achieve financial goals has led to so many people losing their money through dubious investments, being conned, or things happening, and you probably hear stories of people who lost a lot of money. But the thing is, number one, we all have financial goals that we want to achieve, and that is one of the reasons why we normally talk about investments. Number two is because over the course of time, we keep on hearing about inflation. And in simple terms, inflation is where prices of things, continue to rise over time. And you realize that 1,000 shillings today, ile 1,000 ya saa hii, kwanza after they put animals, the money haipumzikangi, inakimbia sana because ni kama walitoa pesa, uso ya Kenyatta wakaweka wanyama wakaanza kukimbia. You realize that what you would buy with 1,000 bob some years back may not be the same case today. I don't know whether you guys remember when you used to have paperback juala. Tulikuwa na juala ya black, zingine za green, some big yellow ones, and you would walk in those days I was a bit younger, but someone would walk in Nakumatt and do shopping with 1,000 shillings. Today with 1,000 shillings, kwanza ukijaribu uvunja 1,000 shillings note, you definitely are on your way to kuimaliza. And so the purchasing power of the shilling continues to weaken. And so you need a way to be able to cover for that, so that as we move over the course of time, and as money loses value because of inflation and the purchasing power of our shilling, and of course any other currency, because inflation is not just in Kenya, as it continues to decline, what you can be able to buy, what you could be able to buy with the same amount of money a few years ago, you may not be able to buy. So by investing, you can grow your wealth and ensure that your money retains or even increases in value, which will help you to keep up, to outpace inflation. And basically, those are two of the major reasons why we do investment. Of course, there are quite a number, but the major ones is we all have our goals, and number two is so that we can be able to outpace inflation, while we cover up for the loss of purchasing power of the Kenya shillings. I can see Savio is joining us from Rongai. I see Diana from Nairobi CBD. You can tell us where you're joining us from, so that we can be able to acknowledge you and know that we are together. So as I said, make sure that you ask a question, all your questions. Probably while our guests will be doing their presentations, you can type in your question in the Q&A section. If not, we will have a session after this where we are going to answer all our questions. So you are free to make sure that you ask them and make sure that they get answered for you. I don't know whether we normally, the sessions like this are not very often, and so make sure that we answer them to your satisfaction. And tonight we have two guests with us. I'm gonna introduce them, or rather, I'm gonna invite them so that they can be able to introduce themselves. Are we guys ready for our guests? If you are, you can show me by putting a thumbs up like that, so that we know that we are ready to hear from our guests tonight. Are we ready? I can't see the thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Savio. Thank you, Diana. Thank you very much. I see we are ready for our guest tonight. And right about now, I want to introduce one lady that I have come to respect, especially in the field of investments. And she will tell us what she does. Her name is Monica. Monica, if you can hear us, you can take it up, introduce yourself, and tell us what you do, even as we look forward to hearing from you tonight. Karibu sana, Monica.
Thank you, John. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Thank you, John, and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining in this webinar. I've just been asked to introduce myself. I will say that I am Monica Mwaneki, and I am the CEO of Arvocap Asset Managers. I am overseeing the company as we grow your investments, as we grow to invest for our clients. We are a fund manager that is regulated by CMA. This means that the products that we are offering, the CIS products that we are offering, are regulated by CMA. Let me also say that that I've been in the industry right now for 15 years and counting, both in the fixed income space and also in the capital market space in general. Let me also take this chance to introduce the firm, Arvocap Asset Managers. Arvocap Asset Managers, as I have indicated, is a fund management firm that has brought a different feel in the market and in the space of investments. We are looking to transition and to redefine wealth for investors. Our mission is to be at the forefront of financial innovation, harnessing the power of technology and market insights to continuously enhance our services with maintaining a commitment to the principles of integrity and transparency, putting client at the center of it. We have also different products that we offer. We have 4 main products. The first one being wealth advisory, where we sit with clients and we're able to identify their objectives of investing. We create a roadmap and we're able to guide them around smashing every goal by goal and getting them to their destiny of investment. We also have funds that we have gotten approval by CMA to offer. We have about 10 funds having different asset classes as their base. We also do corporate finance. Corporate finance is where we help our clients who are in business, maybe even valuing their companies, mergers and acquisitions, and generally just overseeing matters finance in their companies. Finally, we have a bespoke product that is called family offices, where we offer services to families around managing their businesses, their families, structuring trusts and philanthropy, investing or goal. And this is a theme that is really upcoming in the current space, and we are glad to be offering this. We also work with groups, maybe chamas or institutions or corporates. These are the nature of clients that we invest for. Allow me to say that we also do this using technology, whereby we have an app, and this app allows you to invest and to track your investments around how they are performing, and as you head towards your goal. Don't know whether there's much I've left. Maybe I can say where we are located. I have received some questions here that where are we located? We are in Westlands along Mogotio Road in a building called Reliable Towers, 8th floor, Wing B. If you would want to have a session with us, feel free to visit us. Thank you, John. I hope I have said about myself and our farm.
Thank you very much. If we were around, we would have clapped for you nicely. But now we can just clap for you by sending that clap emoji. Thank you very much. You mentioned that you are an asset management company, and some of us are hearing about asset management for the very first time. So, would you mind explaining to us who is an asset manager? What do you do when we talk about being an asset manager or a fund manager or a wealth manager?
Okay. Thank you, John, for that question. Fund management is, let me just try to use the very layman language so that we understand without using a lot of technical words, is managing monies that investors have invested. So what we have done, we have sought a license with the CMA to be able to manage funds for investors by creating funds. So a fund is a pool, is like, what can I call it? Maybe a massive mega chama, if there's something like that, where you put in money in a pool, you acquire units, and then this money is invested. Now, a fund manager, like what we do behind the scenes, we invest this money in the asset classes of each fund. For example, if it's a fund that invests in bonds, that fund, we as the managers will be investing in bonds, buying and selling of bonds. If it is an equities fund, we will be buying shares from the Nairobi Stock Exchange and selling. And so an investor chooses the asset class that they want to be exposed to. So a fund is a pool where you are able to invest your money and they are invested and you're able to get a return. The advantages of investing in a fund is, one, liquidity. At any one time you can sell and buy depending on the need for liquidity. Second is the amount of investment. You will realize that some funds have as minimum as 1,000 shilling to invest. Others, you can invest as much as millions that you have. So according to your ability. So those two key things, and then you're able to enjoy the benefits of many other asset classes. If it's bonds, you're not just enjoying one bond, but there are many other bonds. There are infrastructure bonds, there are fixed coupon bonds. If it is shares, you're not just buying one share. If you look at, let's say, at our global equities fund, you're able to enjoy many other stocks other than just one stock compared to if you went in alone. So those are among the benefits of investing in a fund. I hope I have made it clear.
Thank you, Monica, for that explanation. Now, I want to pick it up from where you have left it. Are you saying that if I wanted to invest in shares of the Nairobi Securities Exchange, or I want to buy shares in of MTN, because if I was to buy shares of a telecom company in Kenya, I would only buy Safaricom because it's the only one that is listed. But are you saying if I wanted to buy shares in the South African Stock Exchange, you are able to help me do that? Or even if I want to buy stocks of Microsoft or Tesla in the US, you're able to help me with that?
Yes, we are able to help you with that. I will not preempt everything right now. I know Wilson, our CIO, is on call, and he will be able to address that even into better and further details. But yes, we do have Africa Fund, which invests in African stocks. We do have a global equities stock fund, which invests in global equities.
Thank you very much. I'm reading your questions. Keep them coming. I want to make sure that we don't leave out any question. Any person who has a question, you can send them to me directly. For those of us who have my number, if you don't, then you can send your question directly on our Q&A section on the call. But if you also have a question and you also want to voice it out, we will definitely give you a point to ask your question, because we are with the experts here. And with that, allow me to welcome Wilson. Wilson will introduce himself to us and tell us what he does and take it up from there. Karibu sana Bwana Wilson.
Asante sana Bwana John. I'm Wilson Wariari, the Chief Investment Officer, Arvocap Asset Managers. And as Madam CEO has said, at Arvocap Asset Managers, we are here to guide you in your investment journey, to assist you to participate in the capital markets. And so what we do, as she has said, as she was introducing the fund, that what we do is, for you as an investor, it could be that you are looking to invest in the shares market. At times, you don't have that the capacity to either for research, what is Safaricom doing, what is KCB doing. So we help you in an organized way to get access to this market in an active way. So what we realize is that most investors in the capital markets have been passive. You speak to an investor and they want to actively participate in the market itself. But the nature of actions they have currently is more passive. You bought your shares, almost forgot about them because there is no one nudging you on, okay, this is time to buy, this is time to sell, or you're looking to get into the government boards, and times becomes quite hectic for investors to get into that. So at Arvocap, what we looked at was, what are the client needs? What are the clients looking to achieve? What are the investment goals? The major investment goals that clients have laid out, and how can we assist them to achieve these goals. And so based on that, now we created our funds. We call it a nest of funds. So it's a collection of 10 funds, and we'll get into it shortly, just to help clients build their portfolios better, build the investment journeys better. And we go beyond that. It's not just creating products and just leaving it to the clients. It's we look at fund management through a wealth advisory or a wealth management perspective. And with that means that hard holding you every step of the way, and helping you from the word go that, okay, these are my needs. This is what I want to achieve. You as a client, you lay out that this is my ABCD, and this is the line, or this is the way in which I want to achieve them. And so for us, we'll be helping you create this portfolio through our investment products that will help you now work towards those goals, or work towards achieving those goals. So basically, that's what we do at Arvocap Asset Managers, both from the fund management and even from an investment advisory perspective. Yeah. Mr. John?
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Wilson, for that elaborate introduction. Now, when you talk about, we talked about savings, we talked about investments, we talked about cash management, and you have talked about how you have curated these solutions to fit the different needs of different customers. So do you mind giving us examples or elaborating to us what is it that you do in terms of now the actual doing? For example, if I am a person who is interested in the stocks or equities, or I am interested in whatever other goal that I want to achieve through investment, would you mind taking us through that process so that we can get a clearer picture?
So how we go about it in terms of our investment process. One, so once an investor comes to us, and they have laid out. So the first thing we do is first to understand what are the investor needs, and from the investor needs, we will be speaking to them in terms of what is your goal, what is your investment goal. That's the first thing. Then we also have a risk questionnaire. There are the clients that we take through the risk questionnaire just to understand what is their risk capacity, the capacity to absorb risk, and also the capacity to withstand risk. And so based on that, and also now the goals that they're aiming to achieve, we'll now sit down with them and advise them through that. Let me just use examples. A client will come and say that, okay, I'm looking to, I'm saving to buy a piece of land, or I'm saving to buy my first car. And so you're sitting down with this client. The first thing is from what they are looking to achieve and the time frame. So the other thing, crucial thing, is to understand the time frame in which this client is looking to achieve these goals. And so based on that, So you'll sit down with this client and advise them now, okay, probably we do a risk analysis of the client. We get a risk metric of them, and then we'll now guide them. We'll be guiding them in terms of for this to achieve this particular goal in this time frame, probably in the next 2 years or the next 3 years, for you to get to this level of amount. So with that, now we'll be determining now things. We'll be speaking to them things like their capacity to fund those. That if I'm looking to achieve 1 million in the next 1 year or in the next 2 years, so how much am I contributing every month? So which product then will help me get to that level? So in terms of even the protection, the product protection itself. So we'll be speaking to them about, like, for example, our fixed income products. We're speaking to them probably about the money market fund or the Almasi fund or the Gao fund, or the products that will help them work towards achieving these goals. And so once we understand all these and we lay it out for the client, then it's easier for us now to work with the client and tell them now, for you to achieve this goal within the next period of time, and you're looking to be injecting this amount every so often, probably weekly, monthly, or quarterly, then let's build your initial portfolio using this fund A, let's like the money market fund, a cash management fund. And you'll be enjoying the compounding, the monthly compounding, the distributions. But as you build to a certain level, then to accelerate your investment goals, then let's use a massive fund, a fixed income fund, an active bond trading fund. So basically, that's the nature of the engagement we have with clients and working them towards, building towards their portfolio. It's I would say we are very deliberate on ensuring we have a very collaborative engagement with the clients, so the client really understands, the investment they are getting into, but also the plan towards achieving their goals. Our idea here is, how do we help the clients achieve their goal in the most optimum way possible?
Thank you very much, Wilson. Anyone who has a question up to that level, you can raise up your hand. We will be able to give you an opportunity. But even as Wilson is going to explain to us now the different classifications or different classifications of products that meet the different needs of clients, there's one pertinent issue about safety of investments. Every day we hear in the news some people whose money was stolen, Finland scam, I don't know what are the guarantees? What first of all, why should we what will people look for when they are looking for investment vehicles, and how do they verify these investment platforms? Because the issue of people being conned, I don't know whether you are here and you have ever lost money either through forex. Usijali kama uko hapa, tutakwambia pole. Through what else? Cryptocurrency, through promises of being given some returns or some amount of returns on a certain investment. And there's that caution that we exercise when we are doing that. So what are some of the things that someone may want to look for when they are actually verifying an investment company or a company that they can trust with their money?
Thank you, John. I hope you can see my screen. The screen I've shared.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yes. Now, risk. This is always at the forefront of every investor. As they are looking to make an investment decision, the first thing they look at is, how do they protect themselves from any risk? And in the market, there are various types of risk. We have the market risk. That's the risk of the prices of the various assets that the fund manager has bought in, going up or down. But we also have now the corporate risk, or the risk of the entity itself. And fair to say, I would say the fund management space, it's one of the most secure space for an investor. One, why? Because of the regulatory environment that has been created to protect the interests of the investors. So as you can see from what I've shared here, as a collective investment scheme structure, so Arvocap Asset Managers is one licensed as a fund manager by the Capital Markets Authority. But beyond being licensed as a fund manager, we went ahead and submitted each of our investment products. So we go back to the CMA, tell them that these are the 10 products that you want to issue to the clients. What are the risk metrics and what are the mitigations for each risk in each product? Where will each product be investing in? Which asset class with the investment products be investing in? And the CMA or the Capital Markets Authority have to be satisfied that the fund manager has taken every precaution to ensure that the products that they are bringing into the market, one, are secure for the clients, and also that they are within, the scope of what we call the investment policy statement of the fund manager. And so after now the regulator, from the regulator level, then there is now what we call the tripartite body. And this tripartite body is now the trustees, the custodians, and the fund manager. And the work of the trustee, at the apex, these are the owners of client funds or the the invested unit funds. That what happens is that we, as a fund manager, once we come to you as an investor, and the investor invests, let's say, in the money market fund. So what happens is that for us as fund managers, we are just issuers of strategy. That our strategy is buy this treasury bill, buy this board, buy this, we invest in this fixed deposit. So we offer more of a strategy. But in terms of the protection of the funds, when the funds are deposited in a custody account, so our custody is NCBA Bank, and they are our custodian. And once these funds are deposited with the custody, we then issue instructions on what to buy and what to sell. The trustee is there to ensure that we buy and sell assets as per the information memorandum or as per the investment policy statement that has been, given to CMA. That we have not said that money market fund should be buying T-bills. Then we go ahead and try to buy real estate or things like that. So that protection to ensure that there's discipline within how the fund manager operates, that they're only investing in what has been laid out within the policy statements, creates a level of security to the investor itself, that one, the fund manager won't misuse their funds. On the other side, because of also this trustee CMA relationship, that it ensures that at any particular point in time, the investor interest, that if anything was to ever happen to the fund manager, that the client funds won't be affected in any way. There's a separation between we as a fund manager and our funds and the client funds. Total separation, that all we do is issue fee note to the custodian, kindly pay these fees, and the trustee will verify that indeed there were these investors invested, these are the fees that were charged. So we can't arbitrarily even charge fees to the investors. If the fees says 2% or 1%, it's 1%. So you even can't arbitrarily level some charges. And so once the trustee agrees to that, then they give the okay to the custodian to pay us those fees. So these are some of the security measures that the CMA has put in place just to ensure that from a corporate perspective, as a client, your funds are secure, they are protected, and that one also that the fund manager is acting on the best interest of the investor. So I'll say in terms of security, it's been it's a tripartite with an apex headed by the CMA that has been put in place to ensure that you as an investor, your interests are well protected.
All right, thank you very much for that. And as you have rightly put, it is normally very, very important to do due diligence and to find out if this person or this investment vehicle is regulated, whichever it is, so that different regulators. When you go to the SACCO world, we have they are called SARSA, I think, SACCOs and Regulatory Authority or something. We have the CMA, we have the CBK that is regulating banks. Basically, every investment vehicle or every investment platform has a regulator, and it is good for us to be able to be checking where we are putting our money. As Wilson is saying, these people are licensed and they have those layered structures of how to protect you and your money in case of anything. I think, Wilson, you had mentioned about the different platforms and the different ways that you help customers achieve their financial goals, be it savings, be it investments, be they whatever goal they have. Would you mind in a quick fix taking us through that so that we can be able to understand?
Yes. So as Madam CEO said, at Arvocap Asset Managers, we offer 4 different products. We have the Funds, we have the Wealth Advisory, we have Corporate Finance, and we have Family Offices. And beyond these, when you look at like our Wealth Advisory, whether it's your portfolio optimization, your investor profiling, knowing which product suits you best, and also research to support all the investment actions that you're taking. And out of these, our aim is always to guide you grow within, as you aim to be at the apex, or let's say, from the Maslow hierarchy of needs, that you want to be, to get the level of self-actualization. As an investor, what is your self-actualization? What is the ultimate goal that you want to achieve? And so for us at Arvocap Asset Managers, we are here to guide you get to that ultimate goal, that help you build your base as wealth advisors, whether you're buying your land, your assets and all that, investing in various shares. So you just want to know the allocation. So our wealth advisory team will guide you on that. Then we are here also to give you the professional management of your investments as a fund managers, as helping you at level 3, that how do we help you to optimally, in a professional way, actively manage your investments. And so that we have created a suite of products, and then we also now guide you, how do you move even beyond that to other higher levels, even to get to the self-actualization level for an investor, which is basically that you have built a very big base of a very good investment wealth. You have diversified across different currencies and across different asset classes. You have good income and cash flows that come into your investments. And then you're even at a point where you're comfortable even investing in other businesses. You're at that level whereby now you're actually investing in other, small stakes at other businesses, because you've gotten to the level of your, at the apex level of your investment pyramid. So for us, we are here to guide you in that every step of the way from a wealth advisory perspective. But then from a fund management perspective, so we looked and having done a lot of interviews and a lot of engagement with clients, looking at the client needs. And we realized that some needs of clients can't be fit in one basket. We can't just create one fund and say that all investor needs just fit into one. Because there are clients who are interested in investing in treasury bills, investing in treasury bonds, or for them, they want to protect, when you speak about the wealth protection, they want to protect their wealth. They want to protect their investments. They don't want to invest in areas that, are volatile. Let me use the word volatile. They don't want to invest in volatile markets because they have this goal and they're working very hard towards achieving that goal. They have a target that they want to achieve. And so they want to, get into that space whereby there's that protection. So they want to be in the fixed income markets. So how do we help them invest in these fixed income markets? Then you have another set of investors who want to invest in shares. So for them, they have a base of fixed income assets, or we have helped them build that base. And then for them now, they're looking, how do we invest in shares in an active way? We have seen the performance of the NSE stock market. It's not been very good in the last few years. However, the volatility within the market space itself really does give opportunities for an active investor who is, helping to look at the fundamentals, analyzing these companies, to know when to buy, when to sell, to make good returns. So how do we help these investors do the same? And then there are investors who are also looking to diversify beyond the normal, beyond the shares and the bonds. They want to buy commodities, they want to buy gold, they want to buy crude oil, they want to buy currencies. So how do we help these investors also not, go and put all their eggs in one basket, that I want to buy to invest in currency, Forex. People just say, I want to invest in Forex, and they end up losing a lot there. So how do we help them in a professional way invest in a basket of multi-assets to ensure that they are well protected in terms of risk, in terms of volatility within the asset classes themselves, but then they are getting decent returns. So this was the need that drove us to create a suite of investment products for for Arvocap. And for the fixed income products, now we looked at now there are clients that are looking for income distribution. So how do we have them create products? How do we have them, create a portfolio of an income distribution portfolio? So we have a GAO fixed income fund, an income distribution. There are those that want to be actively be trading. That yes, I still want to be invested in the fixed income space, but I want to actively trade the government bonds. How do I get into that space? And so we have the massive fund, very good, well, our best performing fund so far, 6.5% for the first quarter. So a very decent percent return on that. And you see, as an investor, you have not gone beyond your fixed income space. Your risk level, the risk of your portfolio has not increased. It's still within the fixed income space, but you have added a level of activity in it. And by adding that level of activity, then you're getting very decent returns, even above what you'd be getting by just holding your bonds and getting your coupons. So those is what we are looking. That's what we are looking to achieve. Then there are also those clients who want to invest in the euro bonds, the dollar-denominated bonds. So we have the euro fixed fund to help them, in that. And from a minimum of 200,000 for a euro bond, with just $1,000, you can invest in a fixed income fund on a dollar-denominated fund. And then you have the money markets, a cash management tool, where its yield is 17.4. And then, as we said, now we have the equity funds. So basically, these are, they invest in the share market. They purely invest in the stock market. And we looked at how do we help investors not only invest in the local stock market through the demand equity fund, but also diversify their returns and diversify also their currency, of exposure. So we created 3 funds. We have the demand equity fund, Africa Equity Special Fund, and the Global Equity Fund. So this one is basically for the clients who are looking to invest in the Amazons, the Teslas, the Apples, the Microsofts. So how do we give them access to these? And with a minimum of $1,000, they're getting into a basket of about 20 high-value global companies. So with just a minimum of $1,000, they really get into a very high-value basket. So that was the aim, to help democratize investments in these global markets. And so we also have the Sharia Global Equities Fund, which also has the same characteristics, but it's more follows the Sharia principles while investing in the global markets. And as I said, we also help clients invest in these the multi-assets, your crude oil, your copper, your gold. So the multi-asset strategy is basically a global themes fund. Now in the theme of AI. So how do you invest in the AI theme? So basically now the multi-asset strategy is to help investors invest in these global themes. And what we do at the start from our research is that themes come and fade. We had a huge theme of electronic vehicle a few years ago. The stocks performed very well. That faded. So how do we help clients navigate through these global themes and ensure that they are optimally, getting into the themes that are populating around the globe, and also diversifying their risk so that they are not just putting all the investment into one basket. And also a multi-asset strategy fund for the Islamic, for the Sharia investments. So basically, as Arvocap, our aim is to help investors. And as I said, we are helping you first understanding your goal, your investment goals. What are you looking to, what are you working towards? You're looking to build your home, so you're saving towards that. You're looking to buy a piece of land. You're looking to buy a car. You're looking to pay school fees. You're looking to pay rent. So how do we help you build this portfolio that will help you achieve those goals? So we sit down with you, or we help you work towards those goals. In a nutshell, I would define our investment, our various investment products as, as helping you work towards your goal. How do we help you work towards those goals in a more professional way, in a diversified way, where it's meeting each and every goal that you have.
Thank you very much, Wilson. Thank you for that explanation of how the different platforms or the different funds would help customers achieve their goals. And I am very sure that each classification would come with a level of risk exposure. So the risks could be a bit different in terms of, exposures could be different in terms of risks and also returns. So I know if you get time, you will help us to just share or shed more light about that. But for someone who is asking, for example, what would be a classic? Let's take on the one product like the money markets, and assuming that I am putting in some amount of money, what would the projections look like over the course of the year, or how would I be able to project how much I would be able to get? Are you able to? I am very sure that if you gave us with an example, then it would be much, or rather, we would see ourselves in that investment space, being able to project or to see how the funds, or rather the returns would look like.
Yes. So
while we are at it, sorry for that. I'm receiving a few questions here. Someone is asking, apart from fluctuations in prices, which other risks do we have in the market? You will help us answer that as you continue with that example. Thank you.
Yes. Yep. Kindly allow me to share. I'll share a few examples of an investment path. Allow me to just share two quickly. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yes. So assuming you are an investor, and I'll start with you want to invest 5,000 and inject 5,000 every month, and you're working towards a goal that for the next 5 years, I want to achieve this target. So just look at the power of compounding. This is the beauty about compounding, that with just 5,000 and investing 5,000 monthly, within a period of 5 years, you manage to achieve a net return of 445,000 shillings. And this is a beauty. Now, I've used an interest rate of 17. Our annual yield for the money market fund is currently at 17.4%. So that's the yield I've used here. And now you see this power of compounding. Now, let me just show another one. Allow me to just quickly share. You can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Yes. Now this is an investor doing 50,000 and injecting 10,000 monthly. So initial investment of 50,000. Then from there they are like, okay, I'll be injecting 10,000 monthly, and within a period of 5 years, they are achieving just shy of $1 million, 974,000. Speaking again to the power of compounding, that as an investor you can have a goal and define a time frame that I want to work towards this goal. And what we do, we provide these tools to help you that if I'm working towards this goal, this is a target I want to achieve within this time frame. So how much do I need to be investing, and how much do I need to be topping up, or how much do I need to invest initially for me to help work towards that goal? So we give you these tools to help you work towards that goal. Now let me show. Let me just show our last one here. So we have an investor here who, they have invested $1 million shillings, and they want to inject 100,000 per month. Now think about it. You have bought your piece of land. You have gone to your architect, or your quantity surveyor. They have given you a BQ that now for you to build on this piece of land, the dream home that you are working towards, you need 5 million, 7 million, 10 million to build your dream home. Or you bought a piece of land, you want to buy, you want to build, you want to build your apartments, or you actually want to work towards buying land and build. That's okay. You need 1 million or 2 million to buy land, then you need 5 million to build. And you're like, in the next 5 years, I want to work towards achieving this goal. So we're just showing you also the power of compounding, that we can help you work towards these goals, that your money is compounding at decent returns, at very good returns, even as you work towards this goal. Another thing, speaking to the power of compounding. So John, these are just a few examples that using the money market fund, because specifically you had asked about the money market fund, that we can help you work towards, work towards a goal, and how using the products we have, you can actually work towards that goal. I hope that answers that question, Mr. John.
Yes. Thank you very much. At least I can be able to see myself putting in money and how that goes, whether I am doing it one-off or I am doing it every month or every quarter. So I think I have seen from the website that the minimum investment in the money market is 3,000 shillings, and you can top up with 1,000 every whatever time that you want, isn't it?
Yes. So the minimum investment is 3,000 shillings, and if you may allow me to just share these on how do you get more information about every investment.
Okay. So while we continue, if you have any question, please type it in the chat in the Q&A, and or if you have my number, you can just send me, or Wilson's or Monica's number. You can just share or rather send them your question so that we can get them answered even as we gear towards the last bit of our session tonight. I think Wilson, you want just to take us through how you go through the application or the web application that Monica had mentioned.
Yes. So the question is, how do you get source of information? Because as an investor, you want to be well informed before you make your investment decision. So one, we have our website, the arvocap.com. From the website, you can just go navigate, come and learn more about each and every fund. The money market fund, the massive fund, what does the fund do? So just come learn more about each fund. But then once then you can also now start your investment, your investment journey by just clicking invest now, and you can start onboarding yourself. So as a new investor, you come and sign up. From sign up, you choose individual account as an individual. And once you click on individual account, you put in your details as per your national identification documents, whether an ID or passport, your email, and your phone number. And now you can start, click on the, I'll share with you the referral code to use here and the benefits for it, and also now the terms and conditions, and you proceed. Now, once you have created your account, now you can come and log in, and in a short while, I'll also share with you how you get more information. You can choose, do you want to receive your two-factor authentication via your email or through your mobile? So you get a code, a 6-digit code, which you enter, and you're in your portal. So once you land here, this is a haven of where all beautiful things are. And from here, you can see some quick action points that you can see your bank, you want to load your account to start investing. You can come and choose the account to top up your insurance account, input the amount you want to top up, make secure payment, and you get an STK push. And once you input your PIN, your M-Pesa PIN, the funds automatically reflect, and they will auto reflect. And if you came to your balances here, you'll be seeing all the all those funds reflect here. or if you came to your transactions, you'll be seeing all the transactions there. Then once your funds have landed there, you can come and start your investment journey. You'll see more about the classification of each fund from what you saw from the website. You can also see the classification here. I want to invest in money market fund. I want to read more. So that means we are giving you tools to basically also read more and understand more about these funds. For you to just come and read more. And okay, you are happy with what you have seen. Now you are ready to start investing. And it comes, say I want to invest the minimum 3,000. I want to 3,500 invest. Just helps you to confirm that this is actually the money you want to invest in that particular fund. You'll get some very good sound of shillings there. And if I came to my portfolio, I'll see now those investments, the investment that I've made. You can see the 3,500, the paid in investment. I can also see the investments that I've made previously and the returns on these investments. And I can actually now, basically go more into detail on how, I've been investing in that particular fund. So I can see all the investments that I've been making. If I want to sell some units, I can sell it from here that I want to sell and go on. So basically, we have created these tools whereby now it makes it possible for you as an investor, not only to self-onboard yourself within less than 45 seconds, you have onboarded yourself, but you can also now monitor your investments, that you can see what is happening in each and every day on your, on your investment. You can monitor your investment every day. But also on the other hand, that you have more information, that if you want to learn more about each of the funds, that there's more information for you to, just come and learn more, and also contact us if need be, that you just want more information to understand more information about various investments. You can also do other things like, add other accounts, joint corporate. You can switch between your different accounts that you have, corporate, joint, and individual accounts. You can switch in between the different accounts by simply entering your password, and within that short, you already gotten into a new, into a new fund or into your other account. So basically, this is a tool that we have created to ensure that to enable clients make decisions easily, make better informed decisions from the notes and but also now also to monitor the investments. This platform is both on web. So we have our web from our website. You can get access to the web portal, or you can download on Play Store. So if you went to Play Store, search for Arvocap, both on Play Store or App Store, you can get our app and start your investment journey. So basically, yes, we help clients make easy decisions, but also provide them with tools that they're also making informed decisions as they invest.
Wow, thank you very much. I think this is the real definition of going paperless. The fact that I can be able to invest for myself, do things for myself from here at the palm of my hand, whether on web or on mobile, whichever the amount. I think this is a good thing, and I want to request if you are here, please go to Play Store, download the application, try it for yourself. See, I have the application with me here, and I have been seeing that you also send notifications of the rates at which every fund is trading at, or the returns at which I am, rather the returns I will get when I invest in any of the funds. So if you are here, just go to the Play Store or App Store, download the Arvocap app, and I think you can start your journey from there, and it will be very, very easy, as Wilson is explaining. Now, I want us to jump quickly to Monica, if you are still there. I have a question here. I want you to help us answer. Someone is asking, they are joining us from Seattle in the US. I think Seattle, you will tell us what time it is in Seattle right now. He's asking, please help me understand the concept of distributed income. Does it mean investment that gives me income on a monthly basis?
Reduce your volume.
That is their question. If you can kindly
Okay.
help us to answer that.
Yes, John, I'm still here, and thank you for everyone just hanging in. If I got your question right, I think the client or the investor is asking from the fund that Wilson mentioned called Ngao, which distributes income. So we have come and after working with investors for quite some time, because we've been in the industry for a long time, we have identified a certain need with clients where they're looking for a stable or regular income that they can receive from, let's say, investing in bonds, from trying to ladder bonds so that they can be able to receive coupons every month. But you realize that not all bonds will pay you the same coupon. And then there are some months, there are some very few bonds that pay coupons around those months, and maybe the coupons are also low. So we have curated a fund where when you have a certain expense that you go through on a certain frequency, be it monthly or quarterly or semi-annual or even annually, are you a business that pays maybe insurance premiums at a certain time of the month, of the year, or are you a client who is looking to remove the headache of having to worry where will you get money for rent or school fees, which comes every 3 times a year if you're in the 844 system, or is it the CBC, or whichever system you are in. So this fund helps you plan accordingly. You will come and say, for example, I usually pay rent of 30,000, and then I have electricity that I pay maybe of 3,000 every month or 4,000. I also have another expense of buying gas in the house and this and that, a total of 50,000. You come to Arvocap when we sit down and we are trying to identify what are your needs, what are your objectives. So we have identified, let's say that's your need. So we will curate and tell you, if you invest this amount of money in this fund, it will be paying you out this amount every month. If it is like school fees, we can tell you, if you invest this amount, maybe the school fees that you pay in every quarter or every 3 times a year is, say, 150,000. So we will tell you, once you invest this amount of money, you will be able to get this amount of money every this frequency that you have chosen. I'll give an example. There's a client I was working with just in the course of this week, and I identified that they needed 50,000 to be paid every month. And upon tabulating that, we identified this client needs to invest an approximate of 3.7 million in this fund, and then you'll be getting 50,000 or thereabout. I can give to the specific numbers, but I rounded it off. So about 3.7 million for you to make 50,000 per month. So I remember there was even a client who indicated then there is no need of even putting in so much money to buy maybe a house. I'll rather invest this money and this fund pays for the rent of the house that I'm going to be living. Other clients who own even homes are trying to get something fixed that can be paying the costs of running these homes, because sometimes you realize that even owning a home does not mean that you have removed the cost of rent or owning that home or managing that home in totality. So that's an example that I have worked closely with, and that's how the income distribution fund works. Back to you, John.
Thank you very much, Monica, for that good explanation. Now, before you get off the mic, would you kindly tell us how does the concept of budgeting help in deciding investments and savings? This whole concept we are talking about achieving our financial goals that we have set for ourselves. How does the issue of budgeting come in? How does it affect as to whether we are going to achieve our financial goals or whether we are going to miss them out?
The way I would say is that to every investor or to every client out there, investment should not be viewed as a by the way or as if money remains. Investing should be part and parcel of the money that you earn. Are you in business? Are you employed? Are you whatever source of money is coming from, you must invest, and this ensures there is continuity and sustainable income flow. So the first point of investing is budgeting. So you know the amount of money that you make every month. You know the amount of money that you're expecting to receive. Sometimes you will even find a windfall coming. Or if you're in business, you have survived for so long with something called maybe a bad debt. But this client, for some reason, and in the process of you chasing them to pay, they pay up. What's the best thing to do at that point? Instead of reinvesting the same money, exposing it to the same risk, what you can do is invest that money. So at the budgeting point, if you, I remember even working close again with another client where we are saying, assume that your salary comes with less 10,000 today that you receive. Supposing you earn an amount that can be able to get you to the end of the month without a certain portion, let's say for example 10,000, then invest that 10,000 every month, for example the example Wilson showed. Or if it's 3,000, which is an amount that you can be able to put aside every month, or even 1,000, whatever amount that you're able to assume that your income that comes is less that amount and you're able to survive, then put it aside by force. Maybe you can have discipline and put that aside, and you will see how much that transitions to be in the next year, 2 years, 3 years. By the time you are reaching a place you're not so productive and you're not very, very aggressive like you are right now in making money or in generating income, you will know you have another source of income to fall back to. And that's what we are calling passive income. So you're putting aside money. It is not, you're not worried about, say, the stocks, how are they faring? Do I now exit this? Do I buy this? What bond is being issued this month? Are they going to issue another infrastructure bond in a few months? And then the infrastructure bond I have right now, rates go too high that I'm not even able to sell off, or when I do my valuation of my portfolio, I'm in losses. All that is put aside by this mode of passive income investing. So budgeting is a critical stage where, as you plan around the critical other expenses, you can also factor in investments. Yes, John?
All right. Thank you very much, Monica, for that good explanation. I think in simple terms, what you're trying to say is that there has to be very, very, there has to be all the intention. It has to be intentional. It has to start. And you have reminded me something that I shared last time, that when we were in first year, and I have a few people here, I have seen one of my classmates here. She's called Faustine, and she was one of the Chama members. We had a Chama in first year, a roommate, and we used to save 10 shillings per day because we said we are eating a lot of mandazis. We can save this money and see what we can do in the course of time. And guess what? I think we bought our first treasury bill when we were in third year. We had accumulated some money and we were wondering, where do we take this money? So in a nutshell, I think what you, Monica, you're trying to say is that savings and investments, it has to be an intentional journey. It's not what remains. It is actually part of what is planned for. And yes, that way we are on course to achieving our financial goals. Now, Monica, we are living in very unprecedented times where we think about hitting a jackpot nikipata hiyo tenda, you know, we live in a what do you call it, almost like I am trying to look for a good word to use, but we have been conditioned to think that I am one deal away from making it. I am one tender away from winning. I am one, I don't want to use bad words like wash, but I am just looking for one opportunity niomoke. You know, tunataka kutoka kwa block, tunataka kuomoka. And so we are just waiting for that one moment. What would you tell us about that? Because I think that is one of the things why people, when they get an opportunity or con people, they just take advantage of that notion of one moment ya kuomoka. How would you speak into that? Even as I'm seeing Wilson flash some very nice figures in front of us here, I almost tempted to ask him whether these are goals that are achievable. Maybe you can help answer us that first.
Okay, thank you. What you have raised is a very key observation that is happening around, and maybe it's a mentality or a certain way to approach life, whereby you want to chase and to chase and to chase, and you want to get big and bigger. So that's why we are saying that our way of working with investors is establishing your goals. What is your objective of investing? Is it to buy a home? Is it to pay school fees? All your goals, we list them down and we go working on them. Some of these clients that are being duped in these things or we are seeing around are getting there because they still think that they have not reached where they are. Most of these clients are already having their life going. They are able to pay their bills, they are able to pay their rent, or they are able to buy land here, land there. But there is still trying to chase to arrive to another high, which maybe is not even well thought through. So what I would advise is establishing your goals. And that's what we are coming with, a goal-oriented strategy or approach to investing. Once you lay down your goals, we start working on them one by one. Tell yourself that I was looking to buy a car. I'm saving towards buying a car. You buy a car, you close that chapter, you tick. You walk to the next objective. You want to save towards a holiday. You put money together, you take your family for a holiday, you take yourself for a holiday. That's another goal you have hit. Look back, you will be able to see how many goals you have been able to achieve. And that's what will lead you to knowing that you have maybe what we can call a fulfilled living. You're living a fulfilled life instead of just always chasing and not enjoying the benefits or the fruits of what you're trying to invest for. So again, we have had of a lot of assets left at the unclaimed financial assets. These are things and investments, assets that people have worked hard, have achieved, but they've not even had the time or the opportunity to enjoy them with their loved ones. So let you not be that among the statistics. Work towards a goal, enjoy life now, and living purposefully, and also, as John has rightfully said, investing consciously.
Thank you very much, Monica. Thank you for that reminder that you know, it has to be, it's a journey. It's not a sprint. It's a journey that you walk towards achieving your financial goals. Now, I see people are continuing to download the mobile application, the Arvocap mobile app. Diana, I have seen you say that you have successfully managed to download the application. Thank you. If you have already downloaded the application, you can give me a thumbs up. We are in the final 5 minutes of this session. If you still have a question, I think I had seen someone raise their hands. Please raise up your hand. I'll give you an opportunity to ask this your question. Even as I want to take Wilson. Wilson, you had mentioned to us about a fund that is giving very, very good returns called Almasi. Would you mind telling us how much interests are you doing, and what are the funds looking like, or how does someone even start doing that fund? As Wilson is doing this, I want to request if you have a question, please raise up your hand so that I can be able to give you the microphone and you will be able to ask your question as we enter into the home stretch of our discussion this evening. Wilson, when you're ready. Wilson, if you're speaking, you're on mute.
Yes. Thank you, John. So the FUD, the Almasi Fixed Income Fund, it's an active bonds trading fund. So what does it mean? It means that the fund invests in the government bonds, but instead of just buying bonds and holding them to maturity, we look at the opportunities within the market itself. In a day, currently we are trading 10 billion worth of bonds in the Kenyan market through the Nairobi Securities Exchange. I think last week, but one NCBK was celebrating the 1 trillion bond traded since the beginning of the year. So it's an active space. So we're helping investors. How do you, because it's a space that has been predominantly been left to banks and insurance companies and all these big corporations. So how do we help you as an investor to actually get a piece of our pie of this market? So we created the Almasi Fund, an active bonds trading fund. As I said, it's our best performing fund for now in terms of returns and in terms of investor participation. As you can see here, this will be changing shortly. This was the month by the end of July. We will be publishing for the month of August on Monday, and by July, you can see the fund had done since inception in June. I had done 4.3% return. So what does this mean? That in those 2 months, it had done in June did 2.01, in July 2.31. Currently, we are doing, or we're headed towards 6.7, 6.75, almost 6.8 for the month of, for that first quarter. So if you extrapolate it, it's north of 25%, but even guiding 22% and above for this particular fund, and that is net of fees. And so you can see the beauty of these good returns. And the good thing is that you're not investing in a very risky asset. You're not buying into something that it's almost like patapotea that, oh, it can go way up high or go way down. No. You're investing in government securities. You're investing in government bonds. So the risk you are taking is the same risk that someone who has invested in the bonds themselves currently and just holding to maturity is taking. But what you have done is increasing the level of activity by investing in the Almasi Fund, that these bonds are actively traded. And for that, we are giving very decent returns. So giving almost 2.3, 2.4 for this particular month. So the Almasi Fund is your best partner for those savings goal. Minimum is 100,000, but you have that goal that you're working towards, and you want to get an investment vehicle that will accelerate you towards that goal, but your capital is almost protected. There's almost that cushion to your capital because you're investing in a secure space or a risk-free. We say government bonds are risk-free investments. So you're almost investing in these secure space. Then the Almasi Fund is the fund for you. And that's a fund that we had done a bit of a few illustrations, a few queries from clients. That's the one I had shared with the 22%. So for this client, we were just getting narrowly for the 22%. Yeah, that's the screen I just showed there. So the client was looking, okay, how do I invest in this particular investment? And if I was to hold for 5 years, then what am I looking at? So this is net of fees. This is what we are looking at. So, and the beauty about it is with a minimum of 100,000 Kenya shillings. But how do you build into this? Another client will say that, okay, I actually don't have 100,000 now. That's why you have the money market fund. The money market fund is there to help you, save, inculcate that discipline of saving towards, as you aim for this goal. A money market fund is also performing quite well. But as you work towards this bigger goal, I want to, nataka kujishikia almasi. You want to get your diamond. then you can start by investing in the money market itself, minimum of 3,000. And as you continue saving, as you continue, building up on your savings, then you can use the money market fund to be that cup that fills and pours to the rest. So it fills, you fill your money market fund, gets to 100,000, you pour to your Almasi fund, and as you work towards your goal. So this is just, as I said, the beauty of what we are doing at Arvocap. We are redefining wealth. That wealth is not just buying a lot, so many pieces of land, and you're cash poor. You don't have liquidity to support yourself, or you're struggling to meet a certain goals. So how do we create these products to help you as an active investor to work towards those goals? And the Arvocap Money Market Fund, Arvocap Almasi Fund will help you work towards those goals.
Thank you very much. Those rates look very attractive. But of course, from my experience in the market, it's just above the market because you are actually in the active bonds trading. If someone may want to ask that question, I think at least from my experience, or rather my knowledge in investments, that is the reason. So what Wilson is saying in a nutshell is those people who put the money in the Almasi fund 3 months ago, they have already enjoyed 6.5% return, which I don't think no one else is giving in the market. And it is a safe investment because you're actually doing in bonds, only that the government bonds, which we know they are risk-free, only that this time around it's active trading. And that's why you are able to get above the market rates. And I think that is a very, very good thing. If I were to talk to anyone else here, because I think I have interacted with Almasi, I mean, this is your fund. I can see comments of people telling me that they have managed to download the app. And thank you very much. I think now you just complete the KYC and start your investment journey. Monica, there is someone who is asking here. Let me read their question. What happens to my investments if the company becomes bankrupt? You can kindly, Monica, respond to that question. As you tell us, I always say, whenever you see the CEO around, there must be something good. So what do you have for us this evening, even as we come to the close of our discussion tonight? Monica, please.
What question did you ask earlier, John? What happens if?
Someone is asking, what happens to my investments if the company becomes bankrupt?
Now, I'm assuming Arvocap.
Yes.
Okay. As Wilson explained earlier, that when you're investing in funds or in a fund management, I think what we have overemphasized and what I will still emphasize is do your due diligence before you even get to investing. So once you do your due diligence, let's say you're doing your due diligence on Arvocap, you will go maybe to this regulator, we are saying regulators, CMA, go to their website, search for Arvocap, you will find us there, license number 191. Then you will go and check this collective investment scheme. Is it listed at the CMA? Because remember, as a fund manager, not all funds could be listed or are under the collective investment scheme, which is okay. But when they are regulated at the as a CIS, there is another layer of regulation that comes with it. Also remember, when you are investing even with Arvocap, you will never put your money with Arvocap Asset Manager Limited current account. You will find yourself, when you invest, you are investing in Arvocap Collective Investment Scheme. This is almost a completely different entity that is mandated to now oversee the investments of the investors. So this is the entity that works with the trustee and the custodian and the fund manager. So we are all working around this CIS to ensure that the investors, when they invest, their money is safeguarded. That's the work of the custodian, the trustee, and the custodian is to ensure that the investments that we want to invest as the fund manager, we will give the custodian the instructions. They will ensure that they've settled and they are the right assets that we have said we are investing in. So there is almost maximum efforts to ensure that the client's money are safe. Now, in the very unlikely event, if a fund manager was to go down, then that CIS is now picked and placed under another fund manager. So you could find the CMA will now come and actually maybe even ask a number of fund managers who are willing to take over these CIS and continue with the investments. So clients' funds are safe, and maybe I may not be able to overemphasize that. This is not to mean that that the returns that we are being given are guaranteed, or there is absolutely no risk. No, it just means that all efforts have been put to reduce or minimize risk. That having been said, maybe as my closing remarks, because I can see time is moving, maybe all I can say is take advantage of this opportunity that we have, where we are able to sit down with an investor and come up with a roadmap. This roadmap is like the way if you went to a new country, you're given a map to read. If you create your own map, then you will find that there is no great shocks or surprises as you continue living your life towards towards a happy living, so to call it. So we sit down with you right now. We are doing portfolio evaluation, not to mean that every investor we are working with is starting from green. There are clients who already are investors. We sit down and review their portfolios. We do portfolio realignment. Maybe you're overweight on land, you're overweight on risky investments, you are not having enough cash flow on your portfolio. How can we realign your portfolio? Again, we also optimize. Maybe you're invested in a bond that does not have a high coupon like the ones that are right now there. How can we sell this bond in the market and you get to buy a bond if you're still the client who is saying, I just want to buy a bond and I don't want maybe to invest in a fund. So we can sit down and tell you, maybe offload this bond and buy this other bond which has a higher coupon. So optimizing your portfolio. We are also helping with portfolio diversification. You'll find a client who only invests in one asset class. That is over exposing your portfolio to one certain risk. So we help clients diversify their investment. So we are ready to have a meeting with you. Feel free to contact us, to call us, and to also be able to have your roadmap clear so that now you're able to continue with life. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time. I don't know whether I didn't see any hands up for questions, and we are ready to take your questions. So I think, John, we can give 2 or 3 people to say something or to ask a question.
All right, thank you very much. Anybody with a question, you can kindly unmute your microphone so that you get to ask your question, so that Monica is here. It's not every day you are able to sit with her. I know she's a very, very busy lady. So now that you have this opportunity, please get to ask your question right now. Anybody with a question, you can kindly unmute. Excuse me. Maswali. In a class, if someone doesn't ask a question, it's either they understood everything or they are processing what they have learned. So I need you to help me understand where we are. Are we satisfied? Are we good? Swali, if you have a question, you can raise up your hand. Or you have received any question.
If you have understood and you're following, you can also give a thumbs up so that we know at least we are communicating.
Very true.
Please feel free to reach out to us, and thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. So thank you. I can see thumbs ups. Monica had told me that she is offering a 30 minutes free consultancy to this particular cohort of people. as she has said. If you need portfolio realignment, if you have one particular question that you could probably not ask in this forum, you need to ask it in private or at one-on-one. You just need to reference this meeting. So you may want to reference this by writing this code down. If you go with this code and tell Monica or Wilson that you attended this session and you are one of the beneficiaries, you will definitely get that session for free. Now, I am in that space, trust me, and a few others who are here, they know how much that session costs. It costs upwards of 25,000 shillings to get an advisory session or a portfolio optimization session with a professional. And imagine Monica is willing to give her time and her team you 30 minutes so that they can do that for you. So you can write AG 4946. In fact, even when you are downloading the app, you can make that reference, capital A, capital G, 4946. If you need any session privately, you can come to me. You can tell me. You can tell Monica. You can tell Wilson, or you can respond to an email that the email that will be sent and book your session. Say, I am available on I'm requesting to come on Thursday or on Monday at 2 p.m. If the slot for 2 p.m. has been filled, because they are getting filled very fast, we can discuss when else you could have a session and get slotted in. Take advantage of this time. Let us learn as much. Don't wait until you get that 1 million. Monica, there is one thing that I forgot to mention, that sometimes we wait to get 1 million shillings ama tupate hiyo pesa ya aviator. Niliona kuna kitu inaitwa aviator ama sport pesa, tugonge 100 million ndio tukuje utupangie tuambe, Monica, now I have 100 million, now can you help me? I think we just demystified that and said that that is not coming anytime soon. We just start from where we are and grow towards achieving our financial goals. I think that's it from me, unless there is something else from you, Wilson. If you're good, you can do me a thumbs up. If you're good to go, Monica, if you're good, you can do a thumbs up and then call it a wrap. Wilson?
Yeah, so mine is just to thank everyone who has attended the session. And as the CEO has said, we extending this invitation to you that at times wealth advisory and wealth discussions about wealth, they are personal. And so at this forum, we may not exhaustively go through everything that you as a person, you probably wanted guidance on. So that's why we extending these to, just have a come, we meet with us, or even have an online session for those that are outside the country or in other cities, to just speak about your goals, how we can help you optimize your investments. So take advantage of that and you can have those sessions with you. Otherwise, asanteni sana. Thank you for being with us throughout this session. It's our honor to have you this evening. And also we extend that invitation to you to join Arvocap or the Arvocap family, even as we help you to redefine your wealth, to help you create these passive incomes, and also to help you grow, towards your goals or the investment goals that you have. Asanteni sana.
Thank you very much. Monica is reminding me here that also if you have any chama or any investment group that you are in and you'd like to get this information to them, that because of you attending this session this evening, she's extending that offer that we can have a session with them online and share with them, or even in person if you do that in good time. So your chama, your investment group, your circle, your merry-go-round, basically any investment forum that you are in, we can definitely arrange for a team or rather a session so that we can also share this information with them so that they can also benefit. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for staying until this late. Let's see you on the other side of wealth, of redefining wealth. And until next time, have a very good night. See you some other time. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.